Jenny from the Cross Stitch Emporium. Did you miss me? I missed me. It's been like a month. It's a month of things we get to talk about. So if you haven't already, grab your beverage, grab your stitching, and let's talk shop, because there's a lot going on in this world. In fact, I almost didn't record. I got a little flippy thing. I don't know what's going on. Oh well. There's a lot going on in my world. So I think I left you last with them maybe breaking ground. Hang on. Steve just walked by. Is there an update? I'll be back. Hey, wait one. Great update. So we're just busy. All right, where to start? Let's just start from the beginning. I am a shop owner who has been in business almost a full year now. And we have built the shop, or built our shop theory, strategy, business plan, whatever you want to call it, based on 3 concepts. 1 is online, which is the CrossStitchEmporium.com. 2 is a shop in a box, which means we're going to take the shop to retreats for a couple of reasons. 1, we live in Wyoming, and there's just not a lot of LNSs. My closest LNS is the Colorado Cross Stitcher, and she is 5 hours away. My second closest shop is the Shanty Stitcher over in South Dakota, which is what we call East River on the other side of the state. So, and there's nothing in Montana. Maybe Idaho, I don't know. Utah, yes, but still 6 to 7, 8 hours away. So anyways, that's where we're at. So I thought, if you're going to hold a retreat, it's nice to have an LNS there. It's nice to have a shop there so that, you can maybe kit something up. Maybe you don't have access to floss. Maybe you want to change some colors. Maybe you just want to touch the fabric. That's my problem. I want to touch all the things. So I thought, what a better way to do it than to take a shop to somebody. And the third is in a shop. In a shop. Online, in a box, in a shop. And the shop is coming along. I am so excited. To be fair, I'm not complaining, but I thought I'd be up and running in my shop by August. But then we had some financial things we had to fix and get through. I mean, it's all in, the color of the money. And then, and what we learned is we have money. It's just locked up in a lot of things, and it was going to cost us more to get it out than it was to just pull it out. So anyways, say that we went a different route for finances. We then had to get back on the schedule because we were supposed to start in May, and we ended up not starting until, I don't know, October. I don't know. It's been so long. Maybe November. Maybe you go back a video or 2 and I said it then. I don't know. But here's what happened. So they did the ground, they cut the cable, they had to move the power from the electrical lines for the house. They messed up our sprinkler system. I say messed it up. Like, we knew the sprinkler system was probably going to get cut because the building is bigger. There's things going on, but they told us to move it. We moved it where they told us to. Come to find out that we should have moved it further. Anyway, so we dealt with all that day 1. After that, it's been really smooth sailing. There's been a couple really moments, but I think that's with any construction. It's not been things like the garage door didn't show up. It's a pretty big part of the building. It's either coming today or tomorrow, but the building went up really fast. And when it went up, it was huge. I was not prepared for it. See, this is why I never want to build. I was not prepared for the concept. In theory, I was like, oh yeah, it'll be perfect. I was a little mad at my husband because I thought I was going to get this much space, and the guy's side where we were going to do a lot of the work was this big, and it's really not. It's really almost half and half, but not quite. I think it gets up maybe a foot more than I do. Anyways, it's really not that big of a difference. But in my mind, I thought it was. I don't know. It's amazing to watch. We have a video I'll stick at the end. The place has completely changed from that video. I filmed that video, and then I got sick. I mean, okay, so let's just say I went to stitching in the Smokies. We had so much fun. It was me and Nancy and our friend Amy and Jeremy, Amy's husband, and Steve, my husband. My brother-in-law is a cop. He doesn't, or deputy sheriff. He doesn't fly. He doesn't do a lot of things. So he didn't go with us. But we had, my husband's making lunch. Excuse the noise. It's either my husband making lunch or listening to the backup beeper as they're burying cable and burying lines. And anyways, not complaining. It's just it's not, I could not find a quiet moment. And I have to keep the door open because of the electrician or the groundwork guys or the gas line guys. If anyone knocks, I got to be responsive because Steve's down in a meeting after he makes his lunch, which he's doing right now. Okay, there's the life of Jenny. So we went to Stitching in the Smokies. Stacy hosts the best retreat. She's not announced her 2026 Stitching in the Smokies retreat, but I think it's in final prep and hope to hear soon. So keep your eye out for that if you're interested. That she runs Thread Thy Needle Stitchery. So while we're talking about retreats, okay. So we went to, we'll do back to retreats in a minute. I'm all over the place. Let's just do this while we're thinking about it, and then you'll understand. It says, I take it one day at a time. And I really do try to stick with that theory. Like, what am I going to tackle today? I have plans, I have goals, I have dreams. But really, let's focus on what's important today. But sometimes several of them attack me at once. There's those days, and today's I was moving right along, and next thing I know, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 11:30. I've gotten only a third of what I thought I was going to get done. But my house is decorated for Christmas, and I've got all the inventory I currently have that's not on order. I don't have weeks in yet, but it'll come probably a couple weeks. And I'm filming a FlossTube. So, Stitching in the Smokies. I got back from Stitching in the Smokies. I got laryngitis. But then it turned into something else. I went to the doctor, not because I needed to go to the doctor for that, but because I already had an appointment scheduled with my doctor. It was just one of those annual, make sure your blood pressure's right and your cholesterol's right, and you're over the prime age of 40, so get it done. And so I went, and he tested me for COVID. He tested me, he did all the tests. He's like, oh, yep, just got a virus. And I was like, great, tough it out. Here's some Advil. So anyways, and then we went to DC, and we moved Dan from Lynchburg to DC. So he started his new job at George Washington University, and it's so fun to see your children adulting. It's just a lot of fun. And I think he appreciates the fact that we came, and he offered to pay for our plane tickets, and we told him no, but he didn't get to come home for Thanksgiving. And then we had Thanksgiving, and then we had Christmas stroll, Sheridan activities, and now we're in the first week of December. So crazy, busy, and I realized I missed you guys. So maybe I should get back on here and film a FlossTube. So here I am. I've got so many things to share with you today. I'm really hoping that we're not 5 hours in, but we could be. I'm just going to go with it. Just take it in stride. Let's talk about how I'm thinking about inventory. It's a want, it's not a need, but right now I would like in the shop inventory and in the box inventory. And never the two shall meet, but they're going to have to, I think. But in my mind, I want to make sure I have enough linen and Aida cloth for every retreat. And I want to make sure I have enough, floss for every retreat. I want to make sure the patterns are current for every retreat. So I'm trying to think about that and what that means. So I don't have a good feel for that, because what I thought was floss is always a hit everywhere. So I really need to make sure there's enough of that. And I have enough time between the retreats. We'll talk about the retreat schedule for 2026 in a minute. But I have enough time between the retreats to make sure everybody gets what they need, and there's plenty for everybody. So there's that. Linen. Guys, you guys are some 18 count Aida stitchers, or at least the people who are ordering from me, because my 32 count drawer is busting at the seams. My 36 count drawer is I've started to add a few things of 40 count. I'm not really gonna hold the 28. The 28, I feel like if you can't find anything else, you'll go to 28. So I didn't really feel like the 28 made a big splash. I am trying to find some 14 count with the variety. Like 14 count I feel is easier to come by. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, you can get it at Michael's. You can't get some of the fun colors, so I'm trying to make sure that I've got some fun colors for my 14 count Ada Stitchers. Cedar River order is coming. Did you see she released new colors? Oh, they're so pretty. I did not put those in on my order, and because I ordered before she released, and now she's released, so now I gotta order them all because I love them. Oh, I've got a new dyer coming in for inventory, Red Thicket. If you've not had an opportunity to pop over to her website and see her colors, they're pretty. I've got a stitch that I've got somewhere in one of these piles that I'll show you in a minute on one of her fabrics, and I love it. So I've got my I think it's being shipped. I think she sent me a text on Monday that said, or maybe it was this weekend. Anyways, it's in the mail, so it should be here shortly. If it's not here this week, it'll be put into the shop the following week because we're going next week to Ohio. Yeah, so that's floss. I did order a bunch of wonderful Christmas releases. They're in the shop, online. Everything I have is here. I do have an order coming in from Hoffman that will be here shortly, probably I think today or tomorrow. It said today, but I really cannot believe that maybe it says 2-day FedEx, but there's always a 3rd or 4th day added in here in Wyoming, and that's okay. That's why I'm opening a store, because it's not easy to always get things here. When we were in DC, like we'd order something on Amazon and it would show up the same day. We order something on Amazon 3 to 5 days. It's fine. We chose to live here. We chose to live here. We love living here, but there's just some things you have to be aware of. All right, what's new? Oh, this was new. You guys had me busy this weekend, and I am so thankful for that. Thank you for having the faith in me to pack your orders and get them out to you. I think there was one order that, I don't know what happened. Well, I think I do know what happened, and I'll say that in a minute. But one order that I was missing a pattern. And I don't know why, but I think I know why. I think I gave it as a giveaway and I forgot to take it out of inventory. So that was my fault. But that pattern is arriving in my Hoffman order, and I'll get it into the mail to you. If you're watching this by the end of the week, you should be in the mail by Friday, so it'll be to you. And she's a local stitcher here in the 5-state area, so I know it'll get there pretty fast. Okay, so to say all that, I was so very thankful. This weekend was amazing. I was a little stressed about money, right? Like this is a job. This is my new job. I still work for Darlene. She's closing her shop and will be done in like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. And of those, I'm not even here for 2 of the 3 weeks. So, but I will help her close up her shop if she wants me. I think she does. I think we talked about that yesterday. I don't really know. There's a lot we talked about, but anyways, but this is it. This is where the money to run this shop is coming from. So, I appreciated everything you did. I am going to post sales through the subscription. If you go to the website, you can elect to subscribe or not subscribe. I host my website through Shopify, and I know most of you are familiar with Shopify, and so there are ways that your information is protected. So when we release things, it goes through Shopify. So I don't sell your information, right? That's not what I do. So you will never get a subscription or have somebody start sending you things randomly because you subscribe to my website. It's through Shopify. So I just need you to know that. I'm not trying to make $2 on your email. So don't worry about that. Because I know that annoys me. Just my pet peeve when I get something from somebody because I ordered something from them, and not next thing I know I'm getting garage door emails or whatever. That annoys me. But I won't also flood your inbox. I will not do a weekly update. I will probably send, starting in January, try to send something once a month, maybe twice a month at the most, just to give you shop updates or to let you know that there's a new video coming. I also have a Facebook page. You can follow me there. I don't do a very good job of posting on it, but I'm getting better. So my goal in the first of the year is to be better on my socials. So there's that. And I'm going to do it because this will be my full-time job. So Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm going to be full on socialing. I don't know. It just sounded funny. I got a puppy under my feet. All right. Holiday stitching. Are you ready? Did you stitch? Have you started? Are you going to the Jingle Ball? I am going to the Jingle Ball, and I have 1.5 of the things stitched, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Like, you'll see projects in here in this fabulous that's okay. I just like to stitch, and I'm not like I just like to stitch to stitch. Sometimes I have a goal for things, sometimes I don't, but I just like to stitch. Like, I like to stitch in the season. I'm a seasonal stitcher, and I like to be, if it's Thanksgiving, I want to stitch on a turkey. In fact, I am out there determined to finish my Thanksgiving turkey with my 1 floss a day. I'm decided 1 floss a day, that turkey's going to be done. Hopefully it'll be done before January, but maybe not. We'll see. Anyways, turkey's out there. But all right, let's see what we got. Let's talk about, let's talk stitching, and then we'll talk retreats. No, let's talk retreats because I have all the stuff right here, and then we'll talk stitching. Okay. Shop in a Box is going to be busy. I am so excited, guys. I'm so excited because I love retreating. I love to meet everybody. I love to meet stitchers. And remember, guys, you had to refresh my memory if we're chatting or we're online, because like, I know you by your website name or your call sign, or I don't know you by your name. Now, if I see your name, when it comes up, like if you order something from me or if you send me an email and you actually use your name, I'm starting to know that, but I don't know everything, right? So I'm very excited when I get to meet stitchers in the wild and you say, oh, I watch your FlossTube. I'm very thankful for that, but I don't know who you are. Help me know you. That's all I ask, because it excites me to meet you. And it excites me to have conversations. And there's a friend of mine, her name is Tammy, that's all I'll say. And we started a friendship. I call it a friendship. I've never met her, but she's currently in one state, about to move to another state, still in the same like region here. And we just got to chatting. Her son, anyways, there was a moment that I thought we were going to get to meet up, and then we didn't get to do it. So that excites me. So I hope that through this channel and through the shop that we get to be friends, because I need friends. I love friends, and I don't have a ton here. I have my sister. I have our friend Amy. I have my friend Stephanie. I have my boss, Darlene. I would call her a friend. I have my friend Mary B next door. My friend Maryland. Yeah, I have friends, but I'm an energy person. I need people around me to be energized. So I appreciate the fact that retreats give that opportunity for me. So let's talk about those retreats. The first one that the Shop in a Box that the Cross Stitch Emporium will be at is the Fun One Stitching Retreat. It's in Hot Springs, South Dakota. I'm so excited. If you are interested in this retreat, I will tell you how I know Debbie. I've met her. We have a few of us that are on a retreat group type thing that we keep in touch with and kind of give each other ideas and feedback and things to do. But find her on Facebook. So it's a group page, but it's called Fun One, N-O-N-E, One Stitching. And Debbie McNabb is her name. And when you log on, you'll see like three chicks on a black background. So then that's how you know it'll be hers. And her retreat, you register using a Google form, and then she will send you the invoice. She hasn't invoiced, I think, anyone yet for it, or maybe she has. I don't know if she has or hasn't. I don't know. But her retreat's being held in Hot Springs, South Dakota at I want to call it a boutique hotel, but it's a historical hotel in the area, so I'm super excited. But so I will be at that one. That is I think it's the 30th, April 30th it starts, and it's a 3-day retreat. Anyway, super excited about that one. So April 30th, May 1st and 2nd. Yeah, because we depart on the 3rd. Okay, so it's a 3-day retreat in South Dakota. Very excited. The next one I'm going to is mine. Yep, we're hosting a retreat. There for a minute, we were kind of nervous that Crazy Woman wasn't going to be a thing. So we were all, I say we were all, but I think there was a few of us that were trying to scramble to figure out how to keep a retreat in Wyoming. I have good news on that, but my solution was you can be part of the problem or you can be part of the solution. And my solution was I'll host a retreat. And so we are going to have, it's called 307 Stitch. It is the 26th and 27th of June. It's just a 2-day retreat. And the reason I did 2 days is because it's not easy to get into Sheridan, Wyoming. It's a fabulous vacation. It's a fabulous spot to come and see the outdoors and be close to it and not feel like you have to buy out REI to have a trip here. So what I'm excited about is that we have 2 full days of stitching. It'll be 9 to 9 every day. The hotel has rooms. We will provide 2 meals on Friday and 2 meals on Saturday because it's tourist season here, and the waits and the reservations to get into some of the restaurants here, there's a long line. And I don't want you to miss out on stitching if you don't want to. If you want to, great, go do it. The flexibility is we will post the agenda and we will do things on a timeline. So if you want to be there and you want to make sure you're there for certain events, you'll be there. If you don't want to be there and you want to go do something fun, go do it. I encourage you to. But it's 2 days of stitching. We allowed for Thursday and Friday as travel days. You do you. It's just kind of fun. I kind of really appreciated the fact that stitching in the Smokies, we had almost a full day. We got in mid-afternoon and the retreat didn't start till the following afternoon. So anyways, but here, if you're flying in, there's only so many seats on the little puddle jumper that comes in. So we just make choices. Anyways, and I wanted you to be able to drive in too if you wanted to from here's what I would do. I would fly into Denver and I would drive 6 hours. It's not quite 6 hours, but fly into Denver and then go to the Sherry, the Colorado Cross Stitcher, go to her store because it's a neat store. I really like, and you'll get to meet Sherry because she's usually there. And then come north and hang out at the retreat. And then Sunday drive back and fly out. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's what I would do. Or I would fly into Billings and drive down because it's 2 hours. And Billings offers more than just one airline. Sheridan, you're going to fly United. So, you know what I mean? Preferences. But that's $275. 26th, 27th of June. The shop will be open, but we're going to bring the box into the retreat so you don't have to leave the stitching area. But if you want to come see the shop, I think my niece Emma and my husband are going to run the shop here. So if you wanted to come and see how it's set up. All right. The third retreat, and this is why I'm worried about inventory, making sure we have enough, is Stitching on the Prairie. I went to Kearney last year. My good friend Shelly hosts it. It is July 23rd through the 25th. July 23rd to the 25th. I've got the arrival and departure dates because I'm coming in the day before and I'm leaving the day after it's done. So I have a couple days. I had to make sure I get the right dates. But she also has a Facebook page called Stitching on the Prairie Retreat 2026. And if you go onto that Facebook page, you will find the Google form that allows you to register for that retreat. She has not charged yet for that retreat. Because of how she's set up the retreat, she will charge, she'll send you your invoice sometime in the new year. So I think that's how Debbie is doing hers too. So those two are, but you can register now and then your spot's secured and then you'll get your invoice. The next one I'm super excited about is my friend Leslie. My friend Leslie picked up the Crazy Woman Retreat. So it's not the Crazy Woman Retreat anymore. It is called Stitching on the Range. If you know how Wyoming is set up, there's mountain ranges that cross and kind of go down the spine and go down the middle. So the Rockies are on our western border. There's smaller mountain ranges that go down the middle. And then like Gillette's a prairie, but it's called a high prairie. It's actually higher in the mountains or higher in altitude than Sheridan is because we're in a valley coming off the mountain. So it's just a fun state to learn the geography about. But Stitching on the Prairie is going to be in Casper, Wyoming, which is where Crazy Woman was. And it's going to be the same time frame, September 10th, 11th, and 12th. I arrive, yeah, because I arrive on the 9th and depart on the 12th. So it is then 10th through the 12th. It's a 3-day retreat. I don't remember the details on this one. I don't know how many meals she's gonna, or if she's gonna provide. I think she's providing some meals. I don't remember. But Leslie, if you are interested, she has a Facebook group called Stitching on the Range, Casper Retreat 2026. And the details will start popping up on that. Now that one's not until September, so you have a little bit of time, but I know schedules are like forming. So it's kind of one of those that like I need to know for inventory purposes and planning purposes. So, you know, the workers are learning about these things, but you might not know about them yet. So I want you to be informed. And then the last one that I'm going to, and I'm so excited about this one because I had such a relaxing time. I think it's actually where I got into the groove of vending, is Northwest Stitchers Retreat. Excuse me. I got this tickle in my throat. I have a little sip of this fabulous water. Okay. The Northwest Stitchers Retreat. It's going to be in Kalispell again. And right now, I believe to be October 1st through the 3rd. It's also a 2.5-day retreat. I don't have all the details on that one yet, but there is a Facebook group called Northwest Stitchers. And my friend Chrissy is in charge of that one, and I did it last year, and she asked me to come back this year. So I don't know a lot of the details on that one, but it's up in Kalispell, Montana. I will caveat, the only thing you need to worry about Kalispell, Montana, they do have an airport. You can get in and out pretty easy, but weather does change. Like went up there, it was beautiful, dry as a bone. Coming home, we were knee deep in snow. Not really, but it had started, like the snowstorm had started. So I was kind of nervous driving home. But I think Steve's going to try to go to that one with Amy and I and maybe Jeremy next year. So we'll have guide drivers because we've got the trailer. We're buying a pickup to haul the trailer, and I really want the shop to be easier to move than in the back of my Grand Highlander, which has worked out fine for us, but I don't know. I want to use the trailer. I want to use the trailer. Right now it's just got stuff in it from the pole barn that's going back into the pole barn, but all right. Let's talk stitching, shall we? All right. I'm going to move my calendar. Oh, thank you guys for everybody who bought the calendars. I'm so excited for you to have them and to use them. Planner for the Cross Stitch Soul. It is a bit bigger, but you know, I probably use 2/3 of the pages in here. I'm glad for it. It's a quick planner I enjoy it. So we are sold out here in the shop. I still think you can, if you log into Planner, type in Planner for the Cross Stitcher Soul. The shop that actually created these is out of New York, and I think they still have some. Sorry for the back of my head right there. There you are. All right, let's bring my stitching forward, shall we? There's so many things I want to share with you right now. I know there's a big stack. We got this. Let's start with what I have been stitching, and then I'm going to show you all the things I want to stitch and need to think about. Over the weekend, my goal was not over the weekend. While I was in DC, I started my jingle ball stitching. And I bought the PDFs for all the classes I wanted to do. I just got the PDFs. And because I really was focusing on finishing techniques. So this is Hands-On Designs Santa. I used 18 count, but I did 18 count over 2. You see how big those stitches are? Now, had I thought about it a little more, because I did not use Whisper, I would have used 3 strands of floss instead of 2. But I think he turned out just fine. So, like, his beard's supposed to be Whisper. Or you stitch it and then you put some Whisper on it. I just use the gray to give it some life. But that is the jingle. You can still register for the Jingle Ball, and you can still get the PDFs. I don't think there's a lot of kits left for the designers, but $15 for a virtual retreat, and you can do things like this. I'm excited about the classes. So that's the first one I did. So that was the first. Oh, and I went and bought some Jingle Balls to put on him. Super excited about that. So that's a finish. Or yeah, it's done, but it's next. Oh, this has got this. I did the Stacy Nash class. Oh yeah, I do have a. I was like, oh no, I don't have a. So this is the Stacy. Oops. This is the Stacy Nash. Wait a minute. Oh, here we go. Good gravy. I think I'd never filmed a FlossTube before. But this is Stacy Nash's gingerbread sewing book. I don't think I'm going to do a book for her. I don't know. I still have to finish the backside. But I might. The problem I had was, this is Red Thicket. Her name is Summer. So this is Summer's fabric. I love it. But I had to go find a new color for this. So the color I had is, the called for color is, this is where it got tricky. The called for color shall be, I have no idea. Let me just pull it out. I ended up changing it to 152, but the called for color that blends in perfect is this pink sand. Because I'm stitching on 36 count, when I pulled the 36 count out, the strand, it just disappeared. So I just had to do a little changing of the floss. And I love it. So I have to finish that. Maybe I'll do that tonight while I'm watching Survivor. Do you guys watch Survivor? I love Survivor. We've watched every season but the first one. And I was really pregnant with Dan on the first one, and we really didn't watch a lot of TV. But anyways, there he is. He's so cute. I just need to finish that one color and decide if I'm going to make him an ornament or a book. This is my bag, my Christmas chicken bag. My friend Becky Stevens, Bags by Becky, this is her bag. She only had 2, and I bought them both. And I have a very special friend who's getting the number 2 bag. But I gotta send it to her in the mail. All right, this one, I don't even know what's in this bag. What's in a Christmas bag? Oh, yeah. I'm stitching this. Guys, we live on Beaver Creek. Who doesn't need a Christmas beaver? I'm sure that's an electrician question. We're putting Starlink out in the pole barn, so we have redundant internet systems. So Steve and the electrician are like best friends right now. But these are bags that were made by my friend Jenny Armstrong, and I just did a little adaptation to it. But that's one that is getting kitted up. The next one is, so last year at the Jingle Ball, I fell in love with this chart. So mine's a PDF, but I have the chart in the shop now, and that is Holly Wreath. So this is one of those that I met somebody. I only knew her call sign. I say her call sign. So in the military, that's what your call sign is, like your handle, or, you know, like I was Fox 6. Attila, that was my other one. But so when I realized who it was, I was actually on a Zoom with her, and she said something afterwards. I'm like, oh, you should have said something. We could have like had a moment. So anyways, and I packed your order. It's in the mail. Anyways, she knows who she is. So she is like, oh, hey, I wrote on her order. I was like, at one point in time, not this last order, but the order like before, I was like, hey, I'm stitching this. So she's been really good about sharing what she has stitched. I've not been so good. There's no reason for it. I keep this downstairs, so when we are watching TV, this is what I pull out. But this is Holly Wreath, Hello, from Liz Matthews and her mom, Kathy Barrick. It was a collaboration. And here is my progress. I cut once, I measure twice, cut once, but I'm always nervous about when I cut my fabric that I'm not going to have enough. So I got all the way down. I'll have plenty. This is the bottom of the house right here. And I did not use I used all the DMC, but I did not like the color of the cardinals. So I changed my color cardinal to Merlot and Turkish Red from Weeks. They're two of my favorite reds to use, right? Weeks, yeah. Yeah, so there's my notes. And there's so many fun things. You know what the fun thing is about being a shop owner is you get to buy the things. But so I have this little thread keep by Siggy's Closet. He's a little snowman, and he's got a little snowflake charm. But Merlot and Turkish Red. I think you guys, if you don't, it's a couple FlossTubes back where I like picked my colors and tried to figure out what I loved and didn't love about it. I actually had to go get a color. I had to go get 3012 because I didn't have it. I had 3021. Apparently I was dyslexic that day. Not kidding. There are days I transpose numbers all the time, so I have to be careful about that. I'm not diagnosed dyslexic, but I do that all the time. I'll just put, instead of 3021, I'll say 3012. And it could be wrong or it could be right. I don't know. I have to go back and double check myself, but this one has been a fun stitch. And I did not, because I got the PDF, I just pulled from Stash. So it's close. Like I'm using Winter Brew. It was a piece that I bought from Jenny at the Shanty Stitcher. That's my Winter Brew. It's close. I liked it. It's making me happy. And I'm stitching away on it. It's my downstairs stitch. All right. Oh, let me put all this stuff away. What I don't want to do is lose pieces and parts. Oh, and I got this bag and when I went to Stitch Florida from Farmhouse Needleworks. It's a fun little snowman bag. Or not snowman, excuse me, Santa bag. Isn't she adorable? I love it. The next bag is not a Christmas bag, but I have a Christmas stitch in it. So my friend Deb, Rhode Island Stitcher, she's going to be at my retreat with all of her produce and her bags and her project keepers, and she's the best. She's such a great seamstress. So I'm super excited. Rhode Island Deb's going to be at my retreat. But in this bag, I have two stitches. I have Halloween Moon and Christmas Moon. So these are stitches by Ethel, and I think they're both in the shop. But here's what I got going on. Yep, same piece of fabric. She is done, but I didn't want to cut it until I got, this was my car stitch in November when we went to Nebraska for the football game. And then so this stitch is going with me to Ohio as my travel stitch. So when we're traveling, I'll have this one out. But I don't have any Christmas bags. I actually have a couple in the shop. I might pull one just because I think you should use the bags. Almost dropped it. But her floss was, are they DMC? Yeah, mostly DMC. A couple, these are all DMC, but a couple Classic Color Works and a couple Gentle Arts. But she gives you I would show you, but the patterns on the back of these, like, it's like a postcard, like, see, yeah. But she does a really good job of giving the alternates down here, so you don't feel like you have to get the fancy floss if you don't want to. But that's Stitches by Ethel, and I love these patterns. There's another one I want to stitch this Christmas. My friend Stephanie has already got it like whipped out, but I haven't started mine. But this was, I just needed something smaller in my hand with a bigger stitch count so I can see it in the car without missing floss or without missing a thread or something. But because I started at Halloween, I put it in my Halloween bag. Oh, that's the wrong pile. What's the right pile? Oh, I don't know what I got going on over here. All right, this one is kitted up. This is in, is this my, oh, who made this bag? Who made this bag? This bag is either by Deb or by Stephanie, and I can't remember. It must be by Deb, because Stephanie puts, the New England Stitcher puts a thing on here. So it must be by my friend Deb. Anyways, I love the Grinch. He makes me, my whole family loves the Grinch. Nancy's obsessed with the Grinch. This one, oh, this is the one. Stitchy Sweater Trio. I might save this for my after Christmas stitch, because I feel like in January, deer and sweaters, and I have 3 men in my family. And I just pulled the called for, I think I'm using the other part of that fabric, that 32 count. I think it's 32 count. I don't know what I got. I don't know. Did you think I wrote down what it is? Hold one. Let's make sure it's 32 count. Well, maybe it's 36 count. I think it's 36 count. It does not look like 32 count. The holes are bigger. I don't know what I got going on. That's a problem for another day. Not today's problem. This is one of my favorite floss keeps. It's also from well, it says Believe in the Magic of Christmas. So it's from Ziggy's Closet. I don't have that one in the shop. I chose to order a few Santas, a few snowmen, a couple candy canes, a couple gingerbread houses. But then I went back and ordered Nativity. I think it's important if you are of the Christian faith. You might be stitching something religious and want the family, a manger, a Christmas night star, the wise men. So I got a variety. All right, so that one's going on my hoop. Oh, this is in my Como Stitches bag. This was one of last year's. And this is one of my new to me designer. So I try to have one, when I order patterns, if they're new to me, to order an extra one for me to stitch with, because I want to know, like, are the patterns easy to read? Are things, you know, so the things, I need to know all the things. But this is the one I picked from her. And I've already opened it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's open, but I just like to keep my patterns. So that's why there's a little glare there. But this is Lord Deer. I've got it all kitted up. Oh, this is the other part of that fabric. Oh, here. I got this thing from Tiger Lily. It is 36 count. Chimney from Red Thicket. That's where my Red Thicket. That's another one of the Red Thickets I'm using, but it's a 36 count. And see, I make a copy of the pattern. I've yet to graduate to using an iPad. I need to. And then I made some checks and balances where I needed to pick up thread and floss. I just went to my stash, pulled DMC, and that's all that is DMC. And then sometimes while I'm stitching on the DMC, something might catch my fancy, and I'll go pull a fancy floss. But for now, that's my first piece by Signorita de Campagna. I always say her. It's Italian, guys. I barely get English out. I am so thankful for people who speak more than one language. Like, I think that is a gift. It's a gift I do not have. My mother-in-law speaks Spanish only. And I try. I know. She's such a forgiving woman. I try. My sister-in-law is bilingual. I love her for that. I got an A in Spanish 2 in college. Like, I took 2 years of Spanish in college, and I got an A. Do you think I can speak it? Not a clue. Signorita de Campagna. Sorry if I'm screwing that up. Her name's Cecilia. She's fabulous. I've been texting. When she texts me in Italian, and I have to Google Translate it and text her back. Not text her, but email her. It's fun. I do not let language stop me from being your friend. Just so you know. All right, I got a couple more that I have under my needle. This one I'm so excited to start. And this is Winter Stockings by Lucy Bean. I did not have the called for, but I did not stray far. So I'm using Red Thicket Haven. It's a blue. She called for a blue. I pulled a blue. It's not. There you go. Right. And I was like, I know I kitted it up. And then I pulled the floss. And I did not use, like, I think I pulled mermaid's fin instead of using black raspberry jam. I used the copper because that to me looks more like a carrot than burnt orange. Like, I just pulled light colors from looking at the picture. Yeah, I mean, that's not a lot of floss, but it was enough to get an orange nose. So that's, I think, going to be my Christmas Day start. Maybe I'll start it earlier. I don't know. I have to figure this out. I'm about to show you all the things I want to start this Christmas season that I have procured for myself. And then this one, okay, guys, the Artsy Housewife, Gigi. I don't know, that woman, she is amazing, right? Like, have you seen her? I don't know where she came from. I know she came from her mom and dad. Like, I get that. But I don't know. Like, I was under a tree and then I found her. So, but she has some borders, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I'm stitching. I'm stitching this border. Now, this is on a big piece. Excuse my nose edge. This is on a big piece. I'm doing this on, I think, 28 count. Over 2. It was a piece from my stash. My husband loves this color. He loves color. And our colors are not the same. Our palette's not the same. But my husband loves Christmas. And he loves Christmas lights. So, this is what I'm stitching. I'll show you the pattern in a minute so you'll understand why I'm stitching it for him. I gave him 2 choices of fabric. This is the one he picked. And I'm liking it. I really am liking it on there. But here we go. There you go. I'm stitching a reindeer with some antlers. Now, the only thing I have not done is I have not committed to the colors of these light bulbs because our house, the big C bulbs with the true colors. But what I don't like about because this was last year's stitch. If you watch the Bougie Stitchers, Dancy's and mine, other our regular FlossTube channel, I'd rip it out. I think I was down here almost to the cardinal. I had the antlers in, and I started wrong. Like, I'm one of those landmark stitchers. Like, so I thought, oh, okay. So I had the border like mostly done. Well, I had the border like where the white is. That's where I was in the border, in the land of border. And you see, I needed a few more. So I thought, well, let me just stitch up here, then I'll move my Q-snap. Only to find out I jumped off the deep end like over too far. I was only gonna get half a deer. I don't know why I didn't realize I made that mistake earlier, but I was like all the way down here when I realized I had a problem. Houston, we have a problem. So I spent New Year's Day watching, did we watch football on New Year's? I don't know, whatever we did on New Year's Day. And I ripped out. But lit is, maybe I should make this one my focus piece. My husband loves reindeer. He loves Christmas lights. I don't know. It'll definitely be it's easy. It's one to easily travel with because it's 28 count and I can count that easy in a car. This bag is made by, you guys have heard me talk about Heidi, the potty mill stitcher. Her sister, Holly, makes bags. And I loved it. Dogs. I'm assuming this is, I made the leap of faith that was Nutcracker. Maybe not. But dogs dressed up for Christmas. Who does not need this bag in their life? All right. Those are the things I have been stitching. Now let me show you all the things that came in the mail in the shop that I want to stitch. No particular order, but my number one is Baking with You. Annie, these ewes, okay, so I'm not, like, I love a chicken. A sheep is interesting, but I love these ewes. And they're quick stitches. I'll be honest though, I got my October ewe done, my Halloween ewe. I did not get my Thanksgiving ewe done because I started working on my turkey. I didn't bring the turkey in, but I just didn't want to put that turkey down. So I did not stitch on, what I was supposed to stitch on Thanksgiving week was Thankful for You. But I am going to kit up Baking with You today. So this is my goal today. This one makes me so happy. This is Sweet Wing Studio, Mrs. Claus's cookies. I love sugar cookies. Christmas sugar cookies are my favorite. And I'm a little lazy. Like, they're very time consuming to bake. I don't have grandkids yet. I'm of the age in which we should not eat a ton of cookies because they go right to my weight. And my metabolism is not my friend right now. But I love sugar cookies. It says, Mrs. Claus, with a twinkle and cheer, keeps her cookie jar very near. With sugar and spice in every bite, she fills it with love each winter night. Have you guys had an opportunity to meet Susan from Sweet Wing Studio? She is the nicest lady. I think everybody needs a Susan in their life. And she is the best. She is one of those designers that I have on auto ship. Her and Brenda Gervais. There's a couple others. I don't have Annie, the proper stitcher, on auto ship because she's my friend. And whenever I call her, she just sends my packages right away. So I don't feel like that's bad. But she knows I'm a sucker for an Annie stitch. But this is Susan's Sweet Wing, Mrs. Claus's cookies. I love her. All right, next. Oh, chicken and waffles. I love a chicken, guys. We don't own chickens, but this is chicken and waffles. My friend Stephanie was over at the house. I don't know. My goodness, it had to have been the beginning of November, maybe the end of October. We had a girls' night. Oh, it had to have been October because Steve was hunting. I think it was right after my birthday. That's like 2 months ago, Stephanie. If you're watching this, we need to fix that. Anyways, chicken and waffles. He's adorable. Oh, I need him in my life. So I think he's getting kitted up today. I gotta be careful. I get so many things kitted and I get overwhelmed. But that's mine. All right, this one. This was one when Market came out in August. I knew I was buying it immediately. And this is Silver Creek Samplers Love Came Down. I mean, the Holy Family. If you didn't want to stitch the people, there's words. One says, follow the star, a most holy night. So 3 little quick stitches. They're ornament sized. Yeah, they're like, the Holy Family is 58 by 61, all DMC. Follow the Star is 66 by 43, all DMC. And A Most Holy Night is 37 by 60, all DMC. And it looks like she repeats the colors, so I don't know. Diane does a great job if you're not following her at Silver Creek Samplers. Oh, who does not need a reindeer in their life? Me. I need a reindeer in my life. So this is Quaint Rose Needle Art. I always say Quaint Rose Studio. That's wrong. But it's Jingle All the Way, dear. I don't get it. He's a little quirky. I feel like I need him in my studio. This one is getting kitted up. Merry and Bright. Crafty Bluebonnet Designs. She has the best patterns. April was so generous at Market, and I have just continued to enjoy cultivating a designer shop owner relationship with her. But Merry and Bright Lights, really, I feel like you could, it's all in DMC, but you could just pick your favorite colors, your 2 favorite greens, your 2 favorite, oh, maybe I should pull these and see if they work well so they don't look, because I really don't want kindergarten lights. I didn't want it to look like a kindergarten project for lit. Maybe I should give this one a try. Anyways. All right. Oh. Okay. Driving Home for Christmas. This is from Love Poppet. She's a new one I found at Market. I don't know why I'm getting so close to you. Like, hope I don't boogers. This is all in DMC. Isn't that just fun? So my Christmas tree story that I have, it was our first Christmas here in the house, and we were driving from picking up our Christmas tree. You know, we had it tied onto the Subaru, and a deer ran into us. I say ran into us because we weren't driving fast, and I think she just got spooked. It was us and like 3 cars behind us because my husband was driving 40 in a 55. Because it was dusk and deer are out and they're hard to see. So he was driving a little slower because we had the Christmas tree on the top. And it hit the passenger side door. Like, she ran smack into the passenger side door where I was sitting. Scared the bejesus out of me. I'm so sad to say she did not make it. I think she died instantly. She hit the car and then flew like 3 cars back or something. I don't know. It was kind of scary. My husband was a very fabulous driver. But anytime a Christmas tree is on a car. Now the Christmas tree looks like it has Quaker motif. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, look at that. Maybe you can't see. See? I love this one. This might get kitted up too today. No, now these, I don't know. Okay, I need to stop. The blue flower, this one is getting kitted up. Well, I have to make sure I have all the things, but this one is like, I'm from Wyoming, guys. We do buffalo. Like, that's what we do. That's our animal. Is it not famous? Janine always knocks it out of the park. Most of it's DMC. The 2 that aren't DMC, she has DMC alternates for. They're Weeks Dye Works. I don't know. This one is in my must-do. All right, this one I'm sad to say I have sold out of the patterns already. Who does not need Santa and Rudolph? I ordered like 7. You guys are some Santa and Rudolph fans. I sold out of this weekend, but I got a copy for me. If you're interested, just send me a text or you can text me or call me. I've got a book here that has all my special order things in it, and I usually order once a week. I take orders. So Santa and Rudolph. I would love to get them kitted up. All right, here we go. Here's my problem. You guys, I love Miss Prim. I found her on Etsy when I was just a stitcher. I say just a stitcher, but like when I was new to stitching. But now that I'm a shop owner, I love that I can find her patterns and sell them. My Ruth Bader Ginsburg stitches by her. My Flirting Turkeys that I've not started, but it's in my turkey bag, is by her. And then I got Christmas cookie tray. It's kind of whimsical. I really like it. All right, now I know there's some patriotic fools out there. I love you all for it, because we're all stitching this house by Rosewood Manor that's like this big. But if you want a smaller house, and keeping in the fact that 250 years has passed since the birth of America, I would go with Christmas with Martha. It's a screen door needleworks. Jennifer does a great job with her patterns. But if you've never had the opportunity to visit DC during this holiday season, Mount Vernon is a must. What cracks me up is that reindeer on top has got a red nose. Rudolph. We love Mount Vernon at Christmas time. All right, this one makes me happy. This is Santa is Coming. This is by the Stitchy Princess. It's just a quick stitch. So it's really, hang on, 57 by 57. I thought I'd kit this one up for one of those thread a days type thing. Oh, and my last one, guys, I have the 2025 Twin Peaks Santa. I do. It's got rabbits. Rabbits are fine. They're not my thing. But the chicken is. So the 24 Santa has got chickens. And I love chickens. They're so great. So, no, I say that. I know nothing about chickens. I don't raise chickens. I don't eat a lot of meat. So, but I just love them. I don't know why. Everyone has a farm animal they associate with. Mine's a chicken. So, Nancy's is a sheep. I don't know. You might like the goat. There are other farm animals, but mine is a chicken. All right. I think I've talked for hours. This is like a long video, but I have not seen you guys in a year. Okay, a month. But I just wanted to say I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all you do for me. I appreciate the fact that you have liked and subscribed and that you're commenting on my videos. It allows me to expand my channel and be part of this cross stitch world. Okay, I'll leave you with this. So my friend Stacy from Thread That Needle Stitchery and my friend Sarah, we get together on Mondays and have a phone call so we can talk about things, about what are you going to do on Black Friday? What are you going to do here? What are you going to do here? And we can share our experiences. And I love that collaboration the three of us have. But I was honestly talking with Stacy one day and I'm like, I kind of feel like an imposter at times. Like I have imposter syndrome. Is that a thing? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm making it up. I don't know. I feel like it is. Because I'm new. In the world of cross stitch, I am new. I've been quilting longer than I've been cross stitching. And yet here I am selling it. Like, shouldn't you be an expert before you try to sell cross stitch? No. But to say that, it's because you guys give me that confidence. So I would appreciate it. I do appreciate it that you have liked and subscribed and you comment and you send me emails, and no one's called me, but my phone number is there if you need it on the website. So I just wanted to say thank you. We are headed to Ohio. I will share all the fun things that I'm going to do in Ohio. I'm so excited about that. But I've got like friends I'm visiting that live in Ohio that I'm going to see, and I will send pictures and we'll send updates, and I'm so excited about that. My husband's Christmas party is Saturday. We fly out Friday. Then we'll be home Friday. We're home for like a week. And then we're going to Omaha for Christmas. So I'm very excited about that. I haven't been to Omaha for Christmas since the boys, I think, were little. I don't know, but I'll have both my men home and my husband. We're going to drive down to Omaha, spend my brother-in-law's 50th birthday. My nephew's graduating from college. So we got a big family thing planned, and I'm super excited about that. We get to meet new babies. We have new babies in our family that have been there since we've been there last. So anyways, super excited about the holiday plans, holiday stitching. And since I'm a passenger princess, I will definitely be stitching. And I don't know, lots of activities. I will try to come back, probably not next week, but the week after. I'll come in with a video, just kind of give you an update. I will try to remember, please don't let me forget, to add the video of what the place looked like, and then maybe I'll add a couple pictures of where we're at now. We actually have doors, just not a garage door. We have big holes in our yard where we have connected to the septic tank, so we have water, sewage. We have electricity. We have no heat though, and I feel bad because it's like it started snowing and freezing and it's cold. Oh, the sun came out while we were on this video. It was snowing when I started. Yeah, we must have been chatting for a while, friends. So a lot's happening out in the shop. Our backyard is, I don't know. I'm interested when we play back if you can hear the beeping of the heavy equipment that's out in the backyard. All right, I'm gonna get off my, I don't know, somebody just get that stupid cane out and jerk me off this stage because I don't know how to get off. I do hope your stitches are lying flat. I do hope that you've taken the opportunity to straighten somebody's crown. And I hope you are enjoying everything that you have picked up and decided to try. Because crafting is important for our mental and our physical well-being. So with that, I'm getting off the stage. I'm going to go pack a lunch, or maybe make a lunch because I don't need to pack it. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm going to upload this video, and then I'm going to get up and quilt. All right, friends. Happy stitching. Talk to you soon. Look what we've got. We've got a roof, two
walls.
No, the cupolas.
Cupolas, yes.
Two cupolas, 2 walls, and windows. No doors. It's okay. The crew had to take a break today because they're working at a job site just down the street from us. So we're splitting the crews for 2 job sites, 1 crew. And so our windows arrived yesterday. I think the other job is windows today, or ceilings are going in today or something. Anyways, they came and got a piece of equipment this morning, but we haven't had a chance to just like be out here with the sun because I've been working. But if you check out that's my side. That's the side that with the lower roof. That's the awning for the shop door. And this is the man side. Yes, everything is bigger in man world, but we built that specifically for someday resale, so that if someone had an RV, they could get it in and out of this side of an RV and another. Anyways, it's a huge garage space that will be finished off with, what are they finishing your side off with? It's wood, but
we were getting the 3/4 inch plywood over there, so anything could go on the walls.
Yeah, so we'll build out shelving and things for that to make it neat still, because we'll still do things with the Cross Stitch shop in this part of the building, just not all the time. But my shop will be set up right over there. And I'm so excited. It's coming along. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.